Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to give you a quick morning tip of advice from Tina Jones, Not Your Average Realtor. Sorry, that's what lights are for. So I'm sitting in my office and I said, you know what, let me hop on real quick and just give a tip to the followers, and I'll post this also. But the title is Disclose, Disclose, Disclose. And the reason why I say that is for all those people out there wanting to sell your properties and list your properties. If you are living in the property, you must complete something called a seller's disclosure. Now, the seller's disclosure is extremely important because it is a legally binding document that discloses anything that you know about the property, good, bad, and ugly, okay? Some people think that small things to them are not big things to someone else, but you do not know that if you don't disclose it and give the buyer the opportunity to either inspect it, think about it, or just choose another property. So example, if someone's wondering, if for instance, you sit on a toilet, okay, in your home and it rocks back and forth when you sit on it, but you've been using that rocking toilet for 3 years and not having an address. You're like, oh, well, you know, it's not a big deal. It's fine with me. It works, right? And someone purchases your property and you don't disclose that toilet rocks back and forth. Then if, for instance, they say, you know what, the seller's disclosure, you know, is good. I'm going to get my home inspection, and the inspector doesn't find out that the toilet's rocking back and forth. And when that buyer moves into that home and they sit on that toilet and it rocks back and forth and something happens and that toilet breaks or they injure themselves, they're gonna say, wait, how did this toilet start rocking back and forth? I've never even sat on it. And they go to their disclosure, say, you know what, the sellers did not disclose to me that this toilet was rocking back and forth, so I didn't know to investigate it more. Well, sellers, that's on you because you knew it was rocking back and forth. You may say, well, how do they know? They can get a plumber out there and the plumber says, well, this flange has been broken for God knows how long, and that's all they need. So that was just a simple disclosure point. But more serious one, you know, if you have a leak in your home, if your floors are uneven, if you notice cracks in the wall that you have fixed, if you know about a leaky water pipe outside or hose outside, or you've had any major work done to the house, pests, rodents, you know, if you say, okay, well, yeah, I had squirrels in my house 1 year, but I had them, you know, remediated 10 years ago. You still have to disclose that to a buyer. So sellers, do not fear a disclosure. Know that a disclosure is actually protection for you. Legal protection. If you complete those disclosures to the best of your ability and you disclose everything that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, then legally you have protected yourself. So that way a buyer cannot come back and sue you for non-disclosure. Okay? So make sure to do this. And realtors, make sure that you do not touch a disclosure for a seller. Okay? You need to make sure that your sellers complete those disclosures and that you do not touch a disclosure. If you are made aware of a defect to a property and you do not disclose it yourself, then you know what, realtors? You are liable as well. Okay? It is very important that if you have knowledge of anything going on in your listing, that you let that seller know, hey, I must disclose this to the public. I am aware that your ceiling just fell in and it's not on the disclosure, so we have to properly disclose this information to a buyer and their agent. Okay, so let's all play by the rules. Let's all make sure that we lead by honesty, and you disclose, over disclose. All right, I'm gonna sign off now and I'll post a little video about this later on. All right, you guys have a productive day. And as always, Tina Jones here, Not Your Average Realtor. If you enjoyed this information, please like and follow and share it, of course. All right, and if you have any questions, send me a DM. All right, talk to you later. Bye.